Hi, this is Joy Robertson. As many of you know, I love food. I love finding new restaurants. I love trying new dishes. And most of all, I love talking to the many great restaurateurs and entrepreneurs we have here in the Ozarks and beyond. I love hearing their stories, and that's what this podcast is all about, learning more about them and their journey. So join me as we savor the Ozarks. This episode is brought to you by Arctic Food Equipment. I cannot tell our listeners how much I have been looking forward to this conversation. I am in Willard at the Hive, also known as Hive of the Ozarks. It's a lovely little breakfast and lunch spot, and Melissa Skaggs started it all, and it says right there on the wall, established in 2021. This is not your typical restaurant by far. First of all, Melissa, welcome, and tell me about the Hive.
Thank you, Joy. Thanks for coming out here to Willard to see our spot. And we are a nonprofit, so our mission is to provide opportunities for job skills to people with differing abilities. So that's what makes us different here. Is our work staff is about 50-50 of typically developing as well as people with differing abilities. So we're workforce development.
What is your background? I want to know the path you took to get here.
I have always dabbled with food. Food's always been there. In fact, my first job was in a food place, of course, 16 years old. That's usually our first job. And then I taught FACS, or it was home ec then, in Republic. My first 6 years out, I taught FACS, and I went back to MSU to get my counseling degree. And I finished up as a school guidance counselor for the past 25 years this is my retirement project, Joy.
Where were you a guidance counselor?
I, like I said, started out the first 6 years at Republic and then went to Willard, which is where I graduated from. So the last 25 years was a guidance counselor here in Willard.
And back it up a second. You say FACS. What is that?
FACS is Family and Consumer Sciences or Studies. We used to call it home ec.
Okay, like you said, home ec, but I was like, okay, remind me what that is sort of an acronym for.
Like
gotcha.
Foods. I taught foods all day long, like 6 hours of food class. Yeah, it was fun.
So you come from a teaching background, but also a food background, and you don't have to be in hospitality to love food and understand its importance, but it serves it so much better to say the term special needs, because all these different folks have all these different needs. Yes. We all do.
Yes, we do. So, you're fine. You're fine, Joy. You're totally good. It's our logo, like on our shirts, is differing needs. Same opportunities.
Different abilities, right. Same opportunities.
Yes. And actually our high school student member of the time of our board is the one that came up with the logo. Because we, have a board of directors, and the high school student came up with this after a lot of pondering for several board meetings.
So you started thinking about this probably, I don't know, around 2019, 2020, something like that?
Yes, exactly. We had our first board meeting in November of 2019.
Mm-hmm. Where did you come up with your board? Did you go to some people and say, hey, I have an idea? Are you in? How did you do that?
Exactly. I had, of course, being in the same community here in Greene County for all my life, I felt like, I could draw on several avenues of people with, all their skills. And so, yes. And some of my friends did not believe me. Actually, Joy, I tried to find somebody else to do the restaurant. I had the idea. I wanted to establish the board. I wanted to, be on the board. And then I tried to get my already retired friends to do this. I wanted to keep my counseling job because I loved my counseling job. And I was not ready to retire. And I said, we're going to find someone else to do it. We'll just, run it from the background. We're going to find someone to do this. And nobody would do it. Some of my friends thought I was crazy. I think it was just scary. It's hard to start a non-franchise food place in Greene County. We have so many good food places here, so many, as you well know. And so then one of the board meetings, I said, okay, I'm going to resign. I'm going to retire early, and I'm going to do it. And they said no. And I said, I'm going to do it. And so I turned in my resignation, and I it was a big gamble, and so I did it, and I still miss school, all of it, but I couldn't leave this place now. No. I love this. Yes.
Did you have the location in mind, or how did you find this location?
We, there's not very many places to rent here in Willard, and we chose the location because it is close to the schools, nice parking, and yes. And then recently, the Rotary Club, Southeast Chapter Rotary Club, gave us a mini grant to put an automatic accessible door in here. So that's the cherry on top. So now we have an automatic door, ADA accessible, right here in the East Center. I'm really proud of that. And thank you, Rotary Club.
And tell people where you're located, right off of Jackson Street.
Yes, we're right in the same shopping center as the library. Most everybody knows where the library is, and Pizza Hut. We're right back here in the East Center. Really easy to find.
All right, so what came first? Did you start hiring? Did you come up with your menu?
We actually opened with a tiny, tiny menu. We only had 4 sandwiches on there. We did not have the ice cream. We didn't have the mixed sodas. We had very, very few items, and we did hire first. We got with all of the Greene County agencies. There's 5 agencies under Voc Rehab in Greene County, and we let people know we were going to open this, and we had a job fair, and we had so many applications. That, I would say, is the hard part, because we still get so many applications and we don't have that many openings. So that's the hard part. We have a 500-hour paid internship here. So people working here we all get paid minimum wage. Everyone gets paid minimum wage. Well, I don't, because I'm a volunteer actually here. And 500 hours, and then our goal is to liaison with community jobs that will place them in the community.
Okay, so that is the end game, is what you want someone to come here, get some good training, learn those social skills a little bit more, and then go out out into the world.
Yes, because then they could find a better job with benefits and a lot of perks, and so we are constantly training, and so our goal is to, like I said, workforce development. Because that way we can help more people.
So there are not necessarily any full-time special needs folks here.
Right. None of us are full-time. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are all sorts of people who would like to work here. What is that application? How does that look? What is that like?
We actually only have hard copy applications, so we ask that people stop by, pick up an application. It's a really simple application. It's just front and back, so there's nothing online. And we just take applications all the time.
Give me an example of some of the folks who have been through here and successfully completed the program.
Yes.
I think that's fair to say.
Yes, it is fair. Our first person in and out, and I'll say his name, Brady. He's very proud of what he has succeeded in. He got in and out in just a few months, like 5 months. He got a job at Mercy, moved out into his own apartment. He can walk to work, walk to places around his work and places to eat, and he has a YouTube channel, and he's on social media, and he is great. Our most recent girl got a job at a tropical smoothie cafe on Republic Road. She's very happy with that, and so she would love to see you come in there. And we love that our places in the community support what we're doing here, because that's our goal.
Do those places reach out to you sometimes and say, hey, tell me who you got?
Yes, sometimes they do. And our own school cafeteria system here is also on board with our people as well. Yes.
Are there challenges involved with getting everybody trained? I mean, any restaurant you walk into has its certain way of doing things, but are there different challenges here?
Yes, of course, and you're right. Every restaurant has their challenges, and I feel like right now in our current society, turnover, I feel like, is at a higher rate than it used to be years ago, and so I feel like our turnover, we don't have that much turnover at all, but when we do, send people out the door on their, not dream job maybe as you would think, but they're so thrilled to be employed. So we are always constantly training, and I guess because I came from a school background, people whose parents have taken their kids, out and about in society, had them do things at home, do all the things that they can at home. It's much easier, of course, for us to have that person here as an employee.
Sure, because they've been used to doing that, and mom and dad kind of help show them how to do things for themselves and other people and what have you. This just strikes me. I look around, and it's a busy place. You're open for breakfast and lunch. You got a wonderful coffee bar, and it's all bright, cheerful yellow plants everywhere.
We do have a few
You've got a ton of plants. You've got a little gift shop in here. This is a happy place to be. So it's pleasing not only to the employees, but to the customers who come here regularly.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good stories that people have shared with us or emailed with us later, and it's very important. It's very important what we're doing here.
A lot of friendships made here, I'm sure.
Yes, there are. Yes.
Tell me where you got the name The Hive.
Well, Joy, the Hive, just the shape, the honeycomb shape, is actually the strongest shape known to man. It's made in nature, but is copied a lot in industry. Telescopes, everything is copied because it is the strongest shape. And, bees are very beneficial. They only produce, they don't prey on anything, and they get along. It's a symbolism of family and community, and they produce good things.
Simple as that. Well, I love the name and I love the theme. And, there are tables and chairs. Obviously, it's a restaurant. But there are also, I'm seeing, there's a nice bench up front. There's a couple of couches. There are some smaller seating if you were to come in by yourself for a business lunch, just a quick bite, something like that. But what has been the response of the community?
Oh, I am so grateful that we celebrated our third birthday in March.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. As a non-franchise food place, that's something. And the community has been very, very supportive and very excited about what we're doing here because, it was a gap in our community. Having a coffee shop here was a gap, and that's always important. I mean, we didn't copy off whatever, we're not selling pizza because we have great pizza here. So we needed a coffee shop, and so it filled that gap, and the community has been really supportive. It's kept us going. We're not state or federally funded. We're totally community supported.
Were you a coffee person before? I mean, or you had to learn how to make a macchiato, how to make a latte?
Yes. We have some really good coffee here. We serve Onyx. Onyx is a winner. So we have really good coffee. I'm actually a tea person, and so I'm more into teas. We have this really cool shop in Springfield called Shabam. It's on Commercial
Love it.
Street. Yes, so they help us out with all of our teas, and we have our own recipe of chai, and they help us out with that. They make all of that up for us, Joy. They in all of our spices. So yeah, shout out to Shabam. They're a great place.
Joe Goodman and Claire, they do a wonderful job with all they do on Commercial Street.
Yes. So I'm into the teas, and then we have really good matcha that we also get at Shabam, and then we have our mixed sodas. But yeah, the coffee culture is really serious, very serious. Yes,
it is. In fact, I'm seeing there are board games over there against the wall. So this is sort of that place you can come, not only grab breakfast or lunch, but sort of sit around, hang out with your friends, do things, and we'll talk about. You have some activities from time to time. You do some different activities here, but let's talk about the menu. What's on the menu at the Hive?
Okay, all right. Right now we have 7 different sandwiches. We have I guess we're more well known for our chicken salad. We make from house-made chicken salad, and we always have a soup. We have some salads. We have acai here, and that's really good. We make our own hummus. We actually make our own tahini for the hummus, and so we do things from scratch as much as possible. Carrot cake, for some reason, has been one of our most popular thing, and we make cupcakes and really good chocolate chip cookies. We make scones, and some really good coconut lime cookies. We try to do seasonal things here, so we change up some things for the season. And we always have mixed sodas. Mixed sodas are really good, and those are seasonal too. And like I said, we have the drinks. And we make salads like macaroni salad and strawberry spinach salad. Like I said, those are seasonal. Yeah.
This is just a great place to come and get a variety of things. I saw you have it like avocado toast.
Yes.
I'm seeing, and it looks like maybe you have kind of daily specials. But I'm impressed with your bakery case. I did see the carrot cake.
Yes.
I see a lot of baked goods up there.
Yes.
Do people who you hire here, does everybody get in the kitchen and help bake?
We always, everybody has their strong suits. And for example, the person right now up there at the register, he can bake. He can do anything. He's great at our little energy bites, and everything he does is very specific. And he doesn't have to weigh things out. He mathematically do stuff. He's great, but he's really best at the register and with people. So he's up here. Not, some people don't want to bake, and so fortunately, it just always works out somehow. We just get people in here, and they kind of decide what to do, and and it's pretty cool.
What you just said reminds me, I was at the National Restaurant Show in Chicago, and Chef Carla Hall, you may know from Food Network, and she got up and talked a little bit about her history and about owning and operating restaurants, and she was telling the story of somebody that she realized had a talent for making, I believe it was the biscuits, but had never done it. And she said, "What do you think about moving over here and making the biscuits?" And this kid was like, "No, I can't do that." And she said, "I think you can. I think you can do that." And then next thing you knew, that employee was the biscuit maker. Do you see that in the folks that come through here?
Yes, I do. Sometimes they just haven't got to try it, at home. But it's pretty fun.
So you may suggest to them, to like the young man at the register. What's his name?
That is Jonathan.
Well, Jonathan greeted me at the door. I don't know if he saw me or if typically someone greets you at the door, but the minute I approached, he opened the door for me, which was super sweet.
That's Jonathan. Very polite, very cordial, very hospitable. When he is here on his work days, he works 3 days a week. The front of the house is a better place when he's here.
Well, some people are front of the house and others are back of the house,
Yes.
and some think they don't want to come out from the back.
Yes.
But someone like you might recognize that talent.
Yes.
So that has to feel good for everybody.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun deal. Mm-hmm.
What time do you open in the morning?
Okay, so Joy, right now we're on summer hours. Summer hours are Monday through Saturday, 7:30 till 2:30. And then during the school year, so a couple weeks before school starts in August, we'll go back to 6:45 to 4 to catch the school traffic. Our school starts very early here in Willard, yes. And then every Friday we make kolaches. I forgot to mention that a while ago. So Friday is kolache day, and then during the school year on Saturdays we're 7:30 to 2.
For people who are unfamiliar with kolaches, that is...
Well, Jonathan over there called it a glorified Hot Pocket, and it's more than that. It is a bread, homemade. We make it all from scratch, the bread dough, and it's always got a filling in there. We do savories here because we already do so many sweets. So we do sausage, egg, and cheese, or a Western omelet filling, or jalapeno bacon popper. But so there's savory. It's a nice little breakfast, tidy little breakfast that you could eat on the road if you needed to.
Portable
Yes,
matters.
yes.
That's very handy.
Yes.
Do your employees, like Jonathan and the other ones, they have come up with ideas and come to you and say, "Hey, what if we took a different spin on this dish?"
Well, sometimes they do. What they like to do most, it seems like, is play around with all the drinks. Our mixed drinks, and we have several up there. Like I said, seasonal. So like we have several clipboards of mixed drink recipes, and I think that's the most common thing they like to play around with.
That was a big thing this year. The beverages at NRA Chicago, they call them dirty sodas.
Yes.
Yeah, you take a Dr. Pepper and you put cream in it, and then you add, some kind of. It's just amazing.
Yes.
And you were ahead of the curve on that.
Yes, we've had mixed sodas since the summer that we opened in 22, and Yeah, a girl named Elise got us started on the mixed sodas. So shout out to Elise, and she was a supporter, graduate of Willard, and that's really cool.
Give me an example of one of the ones, and what are the ingredients? Because you've got several.
We've got several. I think the most popular one, even from that original year, is called a Buzzy Day, and it's Dr. Pepper. It has coconut cream. It has raspberry and blackberry. It's so good, so good.
Those have to be crazy popular.
Yes, they are. They are. People have their favorites, and they'll look at the board and they'll say, "Oh, I want to try that," but no, I'm going to stick with what I know. They want their favorite.
And you can tailor it. If somebody doesn't really want the coconut or they don't want the raspberry, just do it the way that, so you'll make it the way people want.
Yes, we can. We can be very creative and do whatever they want there. Mm-hmm.
I just love that you have those.
For over 30 years, Arctic Food Equipment has proudly served the backbone of America's restaurant industry, right here in the heart of Springfield, Missouri. We're not just a supply house, we're your partner. From kitchens large to small, we build value-based relationships, always exceeding expectations with quality products and expert support. Trusted, reliable, American-made values. That's Arctic Food Equipment. Together, we help build the taste of our nation. Stop by or call today, Arctic Food Equipment. We're working hard so your kitchen can too. The tools you trust, the partner you deserve.
So your sandwiches, tell me what the typical meal comes with.
Okay, so our sandwiches come with chips. We have some really good kettle cooked chips. We have 6 different varieties, and it comes with chips and a pickle. We do, like right now, have macaroni salad, so if they want to sub in a little of that instead of the chips, we do that.
What about breakfast? How does that look?
So breakfast, we have a breakfast sandwich, and it comes with a little tiny mini yogurt parfait. And yes, and sometimes people want to sub that for chips, and that's fine. And then we have a yogurt parfait. We do house-made granola. It's really good. It has honey on there. It's really good. We do avocado toast, really good, on marble rye bread, and biscuits and gravy. We do biscuits and gravy every day. Our little market here in Willard does really good sausage. We get some house-made sausage for them, and it's really good.
This is an elaborate place. I mean, I'm just so impressed with all that you do. What time do you get here in the morning, and your staff? It's got to be early.
In the summer, it feels so late because we open late. So like the first staff here this morning got here at 6:45, and when we don't have a whole lot of special orders, I can get here, about that time too, and still open. When we have special orders, though, of course, I'm here early.
And you do special orders. What kind of special orders are you talking? Like, how big of an event can you do?
We can do box lunches. We also have this pan meal menu that we do some caters like chicken Alfredo or some really good chicken enchiladas. During the school year, we do this Monday night takeaway dinner. So they come on Monday between 3 and 5, and their dinner's ready to go. It comes with brownies or cookies, and so they call in, reserve, and then that's how many we make. And then so the pan meals are that too. That if you wanted the pan meals for an office, or we can do cookies or cupcakes.
So if I have family coming in for Thanksgiving, nobody wants to cook because they've already done so much cooking for the big holiday. Right. I could call you and say, I need enough to feed 12 people for a few days. You can totally make that happen.
Mm-hmm, we could make that happen. Sometimes people order a whole coffee cake. Sometimes people order a whole carrot cake. At holiday time, a lot of times we do rolls, pans of rolls you could take home, or cinnamon rolls. We do cinnamon rolls, and those are good. And frozen pies, apple pies, then you can take and bake. We do those from scratch. They're just good too.
My goodness. How do you change your menu seasonally?
We do, around here, fall drinks come out so early, but we wait till September. September, October, November is fall. And so right now we're in summer, and our fall drinks are not going to come out till September 1st. It'll seem like we're so late, but that's the fall. That's, fall, September. So, and then,
What do you do? What did you bring out or roll out for spring or summer?
So right now we're doing a lot of mixed sodas, and we do coconut lime cookies more in the summer because those are summery. We got in a different acai base. We did the coconut cream for summer. That's really good. So we've got that right now. And we always have ice cream. Our ice cream is seasonal too. We have 12 flavors of ice cream all the time. We have ice cream nights all summer, 6 to 9 every Friday.
What? Really?
We have a sweet family that actually that comes and runs the ice cream night because one of their family members is in high school. She has differing needs, and she runs the ice cream night. It works out so great because she loves to do that. It benefits her, it benefits the community. It's a great deal. Every Friday, all summer long, 6 to 9.
Every Friday all summer. Is it just lined up out the door for that?
Sometimes it depends. People go on vacations, but it's always a fun time. And sometimes people get out the games, and we have some outdoor seating, and it's nice.
Do you make your own ice cream?
We don't. We get our ice cream. It's a very small batch. It's Bliss Artisan Ice Cream out of Tell City, Indiana. It's a very sweet company, Angie from Bliss Artisan. And they, like I said, have seasonal ice creams too. It's fun. They have their summer ice creams, key lime pie and honey lavender and this lemon zest. So good ice cream. They always have a non-dairy mango. Right now it's mango pineapple. We have, non-dairy list here, and it's so good.
It's funny you should say that because I was up there perusing the ice creams earlier, and the two that stood out to me were key lime pie and honey lavender. I'm a big lavender person.
So good. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I was going to say, if you make your own ice cream, my goodness, you make so much of it. You got to sleep sometime.
Yes.
So like a small batch out of Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get some ice cream before I leave, and I'm already a little bit anxiety ridden about which one I'm going to try. Maybe I'll get a little tasting bowl.
Yes.
That's just stunning. So you've got to be proud of your folks that come here and work and move on. Do they come back to see you?
Oh, they do, and it's so fun. It is so fun to see them come back. And we're very, very, very proud of them. And when we, like I said, we're fundraising right now, and we're hiring a assistant manager this fall, and we want to liaison with the community more and go to our people's workplace and see them there. That would just be so fun.
Well, I was about to say, I'm sure every now and again you do go visit with someone who's taken a job somewhere else, and maybe just go see how they're doing, right?
Yeah, it's so rewarding.
Do most of them go to a restaurant or hospitality space, or does it vary?
It varies. Okay. It varies. Yeah, we have one person that is an online shopper. It works very well. It varies. Nice. Yeah, one person's at Lowe's. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Yeah. Melissa, what do the parents say to you? They have got to be beyond grateful for this opportunity.
Yeah, we've had some really good relationships with the parents. It is so great, and they're very thankful, and
because this just gives people a chance to really shine and do what they do. What a great feeling. You had interaction with all sorts of people when you worked in the school district and as a counselor. Have you had any family members that you've been, firsthand with like special needs?
Okay, sure. So I have 4 kids. There's one kid right there, and the little baby, and
with the grandbaby that came in.
Yes. And my youngest, he has Down syndrome. And he is currently a student at Bear Power MSU, and he. So yes, I had that experience too.
Okay, so that gives you some insight as to how to. I can't believe I didn't ask you that earlier, but I got so caught up in the conversation. But you have had firsthand experience with what do we need to do here?
Yes.
How do we work with this, this child? How does it work? So, okay.
Yes, because I think our goal, at least my goal as a parent, is to be integrated in society, have a life after high school, be involved, feel like you have a purpose, same needs as we all have. And we just need a practice ground for that.
Did he ever work here?
He did, and he does. Right now his love is MSU, and he wants, can't wait for fall semester, and has little time for us right now, but he'll graduate in the fall, so he will then have to have a job. Yes.
Congrats on that. That's fascinating. Yeah. What's he studying?
He loves business, and he has taken some hospitality classes. Business. He loves the business department. I cannot say enough good things about MSU business department, Glass Hall, his instructors at MSU. And there is a person from MSU that just walked in over here.
Oh, really?
We should get her in.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yes.
I'm a regular customer. Maybe she'll come talk to us. That would be great.
Maybe she will.
Okay, you mentioned a friend of yours from Missouri State came in. This is Kim. Kim, you've got a big handful of cookies. Oh, and protein bites, too.
I do.
You're a fan of the Hive.
I am. I'm a fan of the chocolate chip cookies, and Melissa knows that. I love these things.
How long have you been coming here?
Since they've been opened.
Do you live in Willard?
No, I live in Springfield.
You live in Springfield, and like me, you drive on up here. It's not that far. Do you come up to eat in the restaurant? Do you come up to get stuff to take home? Do you come up for all of the above?
All the above. I always have to come get the cookies. They're that good.
They're that good. What do you do at Missouri State?
I am faculty with the Child and Family Development Program, and I volunteer with Bear Power, and I work with the Child Development Center as well.
What is Bear Power?
It's a program on campus for students with intellectual disabilities where they are able to attend college like other college students.
And we all know of a college student who is there about to graduate the business school. So this place really does resonate with you.
It really does, yes.
What do you think when you see a young person come in here and, dare I use the word, graduate out of here and move on? I mean, what kind of skills do you see that come out of people who have spent time at the Hive?
I see confidence. I see employability. They're out there where they can apply for competitive jobs just like anyone else.
Well, I see that you get it, and I am so impressed with this place, and I thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I also see that you have a handful of cookies. You better get on, or I'm going to reach over there and get those.
You better. There's some more over there.
Okay. So you have regulars that come in here all the time?
We do. I can recognize them when they came in the door. Maybe, and they may be someone I met after we opened. But some of them I might know, actually that person over there was a parent. I had her kids in school, so here at Willard. So that's how I know her. Yeah.
And you don't get any outside funding. So you and the board are tasked with keeping the doors open.
That's right.
Is it a challenge?
Well, of course, ROI is always top of my mind all the time. Like I said, non-franchise food place, Greene County, not the easiest. However, it's finally after 3 years. I'm hoping that we're past the hurdle, but payroll is always, and some of our staff here, Joy, know that, and they say that honestly. They say, but I've got to do this because that's what makes our paycheck. And so, because I'm open and honest with them, because I feel like they need to know that with any business, they have got to produce money to make the place stay in business. And so I'm very honest about that. You're on the payroll. We've got to get a paycheck. We've got to do this, and this today because our goal is to sell so that we can have customers, so that people will come back. And I'm very open and honest about that facet.
You mentioned Missouri State. This is a business school in and of itself. When they walk through the door and you explain to them that this is how it has to work.
Yes.
I want to pay you,
yes,
but we have to get money coming in the door in order to pay you.
Yes. And I think they understand that because, they see how much things cost and ingredients, and they know their salary. Today's payday, every Wednesday's payday. They're very aware of, I sold 2 sweatshirts today, and that's X number of dollars, and that will help with payroll. They can catch on to that very, very fast.
Okay, you mentioned sweatshirts. You've got some cute. You're wearing one. Cute logo T-shirts, sweatshirts, swag. I saw a big travel mug. That has to go over well.
Yes, we have that. It's always good to see people with that because it's instant advertising for us as well. So we love to sell that stuff.
What's next for the Hive? Anything new coming up?
Well, like I said, we're now fundraising. We are looking to hire this fall an assistant manager. That's the newest, biggest thing coming up. We got 3 fundraisers coming up for that, and that'll be the newest, the huge thing. And more events, more nighttime events.
Talk about your nighttime events.
So we do some classes, fun classes. It may be macrame. We're into macrame here. You can tell.
The hanging plants, right?
Yes. And we've done some plant classes, and so we like to find outside teachers for that. So, if someone knows how to do something, we would love for them to come teach that here in a 2 to 3 hour class, because it makes it more, community driven when we have someone else besides us coming to teach.
Do people pay to come to the classes?
Yes, they pay to come to classes. We try to keep it nominal, but we try to make sure that the teacher, is making $25 an hour at least, so that they go home and they're happy with coming to teach.
So what you're saying right now is, if anybody's listening and they have a particular skill that might make a really fun nighttime, they can call you up?
Yes, we would love to hear from them. Yes. We'll love that. We have a drinks night on July 10th. I don't have any handmade classes, so we are looking for that right now. Actually, yes, Joy, I'm glad you mentioned that. We would love to hear from anyone who wants to come teach.
Did you say drinks night?
Yeah, so we'll do what we do on drinks night. It is $5 cover charge. We have a lot of samples out of all of our mixed drinks, and with that $5 cover charge, you get to sample a lot, and then you get a small of your favorite mixed soda. You get we'll make you a small 20-ounce drink of that. So it's a really good deal. And it's the only time to, like I said earlier, people get hooked on their favorite and they don't want to try another one. It's a great time to try a bunch of other ones. We do little shot classes of a lot of our drinks. And we've kind of played around with the NA scene too. We've had a couple events where we do, non-alcoholic drinks too as well. Yeah.
I saw there's a bottle of non-alcoholic spirits back there that you can actually purchase here and make, like a mocktail.
Yes, exactly. We've played around with that too. It's really fun, because there's lots of reasons people don't want to have alcohol, at certain times, and so it's a great opportunity to have that as well.
How many nights a week do you do something every week at night?
Well, it
varies.
It varies. So right now in vacation mode, it is harder to schedule. Back to school time will be really, really good, because people, get back and get in a schedule and get in the groove. And our classes we try to do on Thursday nights here, because Thursday night's a good night for classes.
I am amazed at all of the things that you do. I don't know where you get the energy to open this early, have all of these beautiful baked items, train folks, run a business, and then be back here at nighttime for game night or drinks night or macrame night or plants and it's just such a sweet gift shop. If you're wanting a gift, not to mention lunch or breakfast or catering or whatever, but if you're wanting a fun gift for someone, are some of these items handmade by some of the folks in the community?
We look for that too. Some handmade different items that people will want to sell here. We have a little consignment agreement that and we just keep 15% of that, and so it's a really good deal. So yes, we are looking for more handmade items. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is just one of those feel-good places that has it all. How can people get involved with the Hive?
So you can email us at thehiveoftheozarks@gmail.com. Maybe you have a group who wants to come do a volunteer thing. We could plan a whole event around your group if it's that size. We're open to do, we have, like I said, the outdoor space, so we can do events outside. There's a lot of things in the summer that would be fun, like tie-dye shirts or whatever. But yeah, if you have a group and they want to do a volunteer activity, you might want to do an ice cream night. You might want to do another night. We're open to lots of suggestions, and it'd be a great opportunity for your group to come volunteer. And we would love that, because it feels good to volunteer.
It does feel good to volunteer. Are there sponsorships available?
Oh, yes, they're there. Now that you mention that, Joy. So, yes, as I said, we are community ran. We're not state federally funded, and there's lots of opportunities to sponsor. We have, actually, on our website, you could look on our website, and there's a donate section. And right now, that's how we're selling our golf raffle tickets. Our tickets for that truck are there $25 for that raffle ticket. Or you
For the Price Cutter Charity Championship.
Yes, we're a member of we're a member charity of that. And then if you get online, we would love it if you would consider a monthly donation. You could sign up for as little as $10, and you may not feel that it would mean everything to us. We would love that because that sponsors someone's paycheck, and it's workforce development. We want to. All we are is practice ground to get these people into a job in the community. It's a great opportunity. We would love for our listeners to consider that. A monthly donation is easy to sign up for, and just as little as $10 a month, and it would make a big difference.
Okay, Kaylee is one of the employees here at the Hive. What is it like working here for you?
It's honestly a joy. Any other jobs that I've had have been wonderful, but Melissa is just so amazing. I think her mission for the Hive is amazing and just really speaks to her heart. And so I love all the people to come in and just support her and support her mission.
Now, you don't live with any kind of special needs, but you work with people who do. I would think that one of the beauties of the Hive is teaching those of us who don't live with someone with special needs ways to interact with these incredibly talented and loving people.
Yes, yeah. I think it's a really special opportunity. I think there's no reason for them to be looked at any differently. They're people whom God loves, and I think that's exactly what we should do as well.
And not only will they learn something here, we learn something here.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
What have you seen in terms of some of the folks who have worked here with you and they've moved on to other jobs? That has to be a little bit hard for you when they move on.
I think in some ways, obviously, they're missed, but I love to just get more excited for them because I know that there are such greater opportunities for them, and so that's exciting.
And you get to hear about their new activities, their new friends, that sort of thing. It has to be so fulfilling for you.
Yeah, it's exciting to hear just all the things that they get to look forward to and the people that they're meeting and their works, so it's good.
Do you see a resemblance?
Oh my goodness.
My birthday.
Wait, hold the phone. Hang on. One of the employees here, Jacob, today's your 21st birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes.
What is it like working here for you?
Pretty fun.
Okay, what's your favorite part?
Seeing my mom, the owner.
Your mom is the owner.
Yeah.
And but you get mom at home, you get mom at work. Is it a little too much, Mom, or do you love working with her?
I love working with her. She's too much, though.
Did you say she's too much?
Yeah, kind of, yes.
Okay, in what way? Tell me everything.
I just love her. She's too much still.
Okay, I agree. She's too much. She never sleeps. She's very driven. What's your favorite part of the job, Jacob?
Making the brownies.
You made that brownie I ate yesterday?
Yes.
Good job. What is your secret?
I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
I set myself up for that one. Jacob, I am so impressed with the Hive and you and everyone who works here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Melissa, I don't know how to say thank you on behalf of all of us in the Ozarks for what you have built here in Willard. I mean, it was your idea, but you didn't do it alone. There's a lot of caring people, but thank you for that.
Yes, certainly. And yes, emphasis on I did not do it alone. So many people supportive, and I appreciate that so much. It's so important that you see a difference that you're making in the upcoming generation. Just so important.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today on Savor the Ozarks, and I think it's time for some ice cream.
Oh, yes, we'll hook you right up.
Be sure to go to AroundTheOzarks.com to sign up for our daily newsletter where you can get every episode of Savor the Ozarks, plus all our other podcasts, events, and contests straight to your inbox. And what are your favorite dishes in the 417? If you have any restaurants you'd like me to visit, email me at joy@AroundTheOzarks.com.